Pavel's group is advancing towards Tretikovskaya, also known as Venice. They have a few hours lead on me and are moving via frequently used tunnels. But I will catch up. I can't afford not to.
What is going on, guys? KillerMcKillCam here, and this is another episode of Metro Last Light Redux on the PS4, and this is episode 8 called Bandits. And I'm going to tell you guys a bunch of moral points, and I'm going to show you guys how to get the Commando trophy. Now, the Commando trophy is rescue all of the hostages without raising an alarm. So you can knock motherfuckers out, you just can't kill anybody, and you can't raise an alarm. And if you hear them say, alarm, alarm, he's here, just go back to your last checkpoint, and as long as you haven't killed anybody or raised an alarm before that checkpoint, and you don't do so after that checkpoint, then you can still be eligible for the trophy or achievement, whichever one you're going for. So basically, you just saw me crawl and go behind the fucking crashed buggy, and basically that's the first moral point. When Artyom first awakes, turn around and enter where the Regina has crashed. A moral point is earned by discovering the skeletons there. After meeting the refugee caravan, which is coming up here shortly, wait and listen to all their conversations. A point is earned after a woman says that her husband was drafted and captured by the Nazis. Continuing down the tunnel after the refugee caravan, the first tunnel on the right will lead to a series of abandoned metro cars. A woman is crying for help and about to be raped by two bandits. Kill or knock them out before they kill her to earn a point. Just before arriving to the main bandit camp where they're holding a woman and children, continue down the left tunnel to the carriage where several corpses are sitting there. Doing so will earn you a point. In a chamber to the left before rescuing the women and children, there is 3 bandits gathered around a campfire. To the left of the campfire, there's a bottle of alcohol on the cabinet. Drinking the alcohol gains a point. Now, they said, to the left. Now, this just depends on which way you come in from, because there's 2 different ways you come in from. And the way that I come in through, I think on this video, it's on the right. But anyways, it's in a bottle, and it's right next to, like, you'll see this wood burning stove, and then like a little bookshelf next to it, or maybe just like a nightstand or a shelf next to the wood burning stove. And one of the 3 dudes is like kind of looking into the wood stove, and you'll have to kill him, obviously, or knock him out. You don't want to kill him, knock him out, and then just to the right is like a green bottle, and you'll see what I'm talking about when I get there. And then rescue the women and children being held in the bandit camp. The point is earned when the bandit in the final room threatening them is killed or knocked out. So, basically, getting some of these moral points and getting the Commando trophy goes hand in hand. You just have to rescue all of them without raising an alarm. And you're going to see me do that. So, what was I going to say? The Commando trophy. Rescue all women and children and hostages without raising an alarm. And again, if you raise an alarm and you hear them say, alarm, alarm, he's here, or if they notice you and they start shooting at you, then just go back to your last checkpoint, and as long as you didn't raise an alarm before that checkpoint and you don't do so again after that checkpoint, you will still be eligible for the trophy. And if you guys don't know what the significance of moral points, I've been explaining them throughout my last couple of videos, because during Metro 2033 what happened is I just played the game and I went through and I did do a whole bunch of the moral points. But what happened is, I record these games over and over again. Every time I do a chapter, I don't stop redoing it until I get a perfect playthrough. If I go through and die a bunch of times, then basically what I do is I just keep playing that chapter until I get a perfect playthrough and I don't die at all. Because on my playthrough channel, I want to bring you guys the best playthrough there is. I don't want to fucking have to edit up a bunch of fucking bullshit and cut out a bunch of deaths. I want to show you guys a perfect fucking walkthrough or a fucking perfect fucking playthrough. And by doing so, I have to play these over and over again. So what probably happen is I probably would go through and I would get some of these moral points, And then, for an example, you know, there was a point during the game where you had to give a bullet to the kid in order to show you where bourbon was at. Well, if you find bourbon without the kid, you actually lose a moral point. And then there was a point in the game where, like, you had a kid, his uncle killed. You know, you're not as strong as uncle, but I watch out for you. You know, a little kid fucking rides on your back, and you take him to the mom. Well, if you refuse the ammo that she tries to give you for that, you gain a moral point, but then if you take the ammo, you lose a moral point. And so basically what happened is I went through the game, you know, collecting all the moral points, and then by the time I redid the chapter, the third or the fourth playthrough, then I just, you know, I just skipped over them because I was just trying to get through it as quickly as possible, and I didn't know the significance of what moral points were. So when I got to the end, I thought, you know, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to beat it. I'll get the regular ending, and then I'll go back to my last checkpoint or redo the chapter, and I'll do it a different way, and I'll get the good ending. Well, they don't even give you a chance to do that. If you don't collect enough moral points in both Metro 2033 and Last Light, if you don't collect enough moral points, then you don't even get the chance to do the alternate ending. Or the good ending. You just do the regular or the bad ending. And I'll put my fingers in quotation marks when I say bad ending. You have to do it over again. Now, here's the thing. If you're a guy like me and you're going for a platinum trophy in these games, you have to do the game twice. You have to play through it twice because there's a trophy for completing it on Ranger mode. You get the Ranger trophy, and then there's the survival trophy for completing the campaign on survival mode. It's just two different ways, you know. Ranger mode where ammo and air filters are plentiful, and survival mode where there's not as much ammo and there's not as many air filters, and you have to conserve your ammo and you need to be a little more stealth, and it is a little more difficult. So you get a trophy when you do it both ways anyways. So what I suggest doing is going through on Ranger mode, collect as many of the trophies as you possibly can, and as many of the moral points as you can, and then do the good ending. And then that way when you go through on survival mode, you should only have a couple trophies left to get, if any. I ended up having to recollect the diary pages, and I think that was about it. And then I got the platinum trophy when I completed it on the second playthrough. Now, Metro Last Light, you won't get the platinum trophy because there are DLC trophies. You know, I remember on the Xbox 360 and the PS3, they were different. If you completed all the fucking campaign story trophies, then you got the platinum, and the fucking DLC trophies were separate. But on this Redux edition, you have to get all the DLC trophies in order to get the platinum, and I'm working on that now. I only have one more to go. I just got the fucking test is complete trophy, and man, was that a fucking hard ass trophy to get, man. I challenge anybody who's playing this game to get that fucking trophy, and I think the level is called Tower. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, just go to the chapters, guys, and it will say to hit the square button for new chapters, I think it's called. And those are all the DLC, and they're basically just additional missions that you can do just for fun, dude. There's one called Anna. I guess it's Anna, but you know, in Russia it's pronounced Anna. And that's basically the girl sniper in the beginning of the game. Remember when you were trying to find the dark one and she goes up to her sniper's nest? Well, when you play that, you get to actually play from her perspective. Now, when you're playing the game, you think, well, fuck, she just left me to die. But then when you play, and I don't want to spoil it too bad, but then when you play the fucking on a level, you find out a different story, and you get to see it from her perspective, and it tied into the actual game. So I'm gonna say that was probably the coolest one. Now, the fucking test complete, I forget what it's called. I think it's called Tower, and then the one that's a word, the weird fucking Russian word. I don't know what the fuck it's called. But you had to find all the fucking collectibles on the surface, and you only have so many fucking air filters, and you have to make sure you have enough air filters to get back to the laboratory with your items. Those two were pretty hard, and that's the only one that I have left. And as soon as I get that today or tomorrow, I'll have a platinum trophy for both. So I'm really excited about that. So if you guys haven't heard already, if you're just now starting to watch my videos and you don't know exactly what the moral points are, I'll go ahead and read them to you. I just explained to you basically what you need them for. And when I completed Metro 2033 on the PS4, I just had forgotten from the Xbox 360 the significance of the moral points, because I knew of them. I remembered them from the Xbox 360. I just didn't know, because when I was on this 360, I didn't give a shit about trophies. I think the platinum trophy in the trophy system period is just makes you want to achieve those more than the achievements on Xbox 360. For some reason, whenever I got an achievement on the 360, I didn't give a fuck. But on the PS4, I like getting platinum trophies for games, and I try for them all the time. I don't always do it, but I try for them. So let me go ahead and read this real quick. Moral points is a hidden system in the Metro game series that follows Artyom's progress and affects the ending. The system is never explained to the player, and his mechanics can only be speculated about. As Metro is about Artyom's journey of understanding the world around him, the game rewards the player by guiding Artyom through experiences that help him better understand the Metro. It is commonly understood that every time Artyom gets a moral point, the screen flashes light blue and whispers or the sound of water dripping can be heard. And that sound of water dripping, guys, is like if you were like down in a sewer, for an example, and you heard water dripping off in the distance and it was kind of like echoey. That's the sound that you're going to hear, along with the whispers that's commonly heard throughout this game. When Artyom loses a moral point, the screen darkens and a ominous sound can be heard, and you'll see what I'm talking about once you do one of them. One of them is to kill the civilian crane operator in Redline. There are more opportunities to gain moral points than there are to lose them, and moral points that are gained and lost are speculated to vary in severity. Alright, now in Metro 2033, Artyom has not left Expedition Station since his childhood and does not know anything about the world outside the VD and KH. If the player pokes around corners, eavesdrops dialogues, and explores the level, Artyom learns how the new world works and manages to make decisions based on his knowledge. In other words, he achieves a different enlightened ending as opposed to the Ranger one, which he blindly follows his orders. And in Metro 2033, it's the enlightened trophy that you're going for with the good ending. In Metro Last Light, moral points have not changed from the Metro 2033. They are earned the same way: listening to certain dialogue, performing kind and merciful acts, finding certain hidden areas, etc. Sufficient moral points will unlock the redemption ending opposed to the C'est la vie ending. So in this Metro Last Light, when you accumulate enough moral points, then you will get the redemption trophy, which is the good ending, and saving D6. The standard ending is the C'est la vie trophy and destroying D6 trophy. So basically there's two different ways to beat the game, and they probably did that because it's just a campaign. There's no multiplayer, so they probably want people to play this game for, you know, as long as they possibly can, have stretched it out, you know. And I'm going to say two different ways of playing the game, good and bad, is probably the best way they could have done it. You know, I don't think a third way would have fit, you know, and it's just like, how else could you have fucking done it anyway? So, you know, to stretch it out two different ways is probably the best they could have done, and I think they did a good job doing it. So you see me throw knives at everybody. I haven't raised an alarm yet, and I'm going to get the Commando trophy. And with that being said, guys, I want to say this now because I'm going to end this commentary and let you watch the rest of the video without any commentary. Thanks for stopping. Thanks for watching. Hit that sub button. Hit that like button. Leave me a comment section in the comment section below and let me know what you think about the video, what you think about the commentary. And until next time, peace.
Well, I'm closing the kitchen meeting instead. Boy, sure dragging ass.
So what? Are we going?
Going where?
What the fuck is up with you? To guard Julius. The boss said if we let just one snitch slip by, he's gonna have our ass.
No shit. Let's go then. Shut up, the lot of you! Life is you!
There's no use blocking those holes out. The Dinosaurs just keep coming. But we still must have access to Venice. We're in some deep shit, bro. Well, take care. I'll go check on the guys. Alright, bro.
Well, real shit goes on. There were 5 of us that night. As soon as we met the girl, we spotted this fog. But this is a black fog. You fucking believe it? So we enter it and blam! All this fucking light fog. So I go, what the fuck was that? And the guys say, we're okay, but their voices didn't sound like them. I'm telling them, let's go back. And they say, no, we're good here, it's okay. Then I remembered my lighter, so I freak out, and I see them just sitting there, mouths open, that black shit seeping in and out of them. My friend Jurka, he starts screaming.
Please,
swats the lighter out of my hand.
spare us!
So I ran down to the station.
You're a bastard! Spare us!
Yeah, you
So, sometimes, one of those guys just stands up and walks off into the tunnel. And that's fucking it. So, if you ask the guy where he's going, he says, I've been summoned by the master. And once a person is summoned, even if you tie them to their bunks, they'll just chew their ropes off and run off into the tunnel. Damn, that shit gave me the chills. How about some tea?
tell me the tale later. Right now, we're entering the fairway and plotting a course to the base.
The snow on the surface starts melting. The familiar rail cars are now joined with boats and fishermen. One of them appeared just in the nick of time. Soon we'll be docked at Venice.
I don't usually fish in it, but I had a hunch they'd be biting pretty good here. Careful here. There's more than just fish in that water. You'll see for yourself pretty soon. Grab the railing when I warn you. This tunnel leads to Revolution Square in the Red Line. I saw a boat coming in from there today. Some serious dudes. No refugees. Stay quiet now. They don't like noise. And this is their way. Wow, this doesn't happen often. Looks like we lucked out.